Hello, Rachel Nasatka here. My latest article is titled The Showgirl Spin. Lyrics and Fire showed up in my feed recently with notes that I could only describe as zingers. This one in particular really got me fired up. Lyrics and Fire writes, when people talk about you, you exist. Not because you're important, not because you're right, just because you occupy space in someone else's mind. Silence is heavier than criticism. Indifference erases faster than hate ever could. So when your name travels, even through disagreement, even through distortion, it means you left a mark. Presence is not always applause. Sometimes it's friction. And I commented, and now you know the life of a showgirl, babe. First, I wrote a comment. Then I regretted not restacking it. Then I thought about replying to my own comment. Then I decided to devote a whole fucking article to it. So, if this topic annoys you, please blame Lyrics and Fire. The topic. What is Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl actually about? And why do most people miss the point? I don't know if Lyrics and Fire is a Swiftie, but in one short note, they captured the not so hidden message behind The Life of a Showgirl. You can only live the life of a showgirl if people are talking about you. And when people are talking about you at the scale of a global pop superstar, you can guarantee there will be several interpretations of said narrative. And now you know the life of a showgirl, babe. Yes, it is a pop-heavy album of earworms and bops, full of references to her love life, friendship drama, and feuds. And if one has a preconceived notion of who they think Taylor is, fame hungry, a man eater out for revenge for the slightest slight, they will hear the album as they want, as a mirror. And this is by design. This is how Taylor flips the script on her haters and critics, because they are not wrong in what they think her songs are about. They are just choosing to see what fits their preconceived narrative of Taylor and her life. They don't realize that they are part of a play within a play, a la Hamlet, where Taylor says, no one will understand this album, and then sits back and watches her critics unabashedly shame her without considering the human behind the showgirl. So, what is my showgirl spin to the popular surface level narrative? Track one, The Fate of Ophelia. What people think it's about. Her relationship with Travis Kelce saved her. The Showgirl Spin. Her fans saved her, supported her unconditionally, and ultimately were what made the Eras Tour what it was, thus enabling her to buy back all her music and meet Travis. It also opens the album with a direct reference to Hamlet, setting the stage for our global play within a play. Track two, Elizabeth Taylor. What people think it's about. Her relationship with Travis Kelce saved her, and she wonders if it will last forever. The Showgirl Spin. There are two sides to the coin of fame, and she wonders when her star will finally burn out. Track three, Opalite. What people think it's about. Yet again, her relationship with Travis Kelce saved her. The Showgirl Spin. How she learned over time, struggles, and people bringing her down, that we make our own magic, and garbage is still garbage. Track four, Father Figure. What people think it's about. Scott Borchetta acting like her father while he was only screwing her over. The Showgirl Spin. The roles that Taylor has played, both as the protege lost in the cold and as the father figure signing the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Track five, Eldest Daughter. What people think it's about. Her relationship with Travis Kelce saved her from her role as the eldest daughter in her family, always caring for everyone else. The Showgirl Spin. The emotional burden she carries for all of her fans and her community when all she wants is to be the free cringe millennial she is in her heart. Track six, Ruin the Friendship. What people think it's about. Her regrets about never pursuing a romantic relationship with a childhood friend who passed away. The Showgirl Spin. Her regrets about never pursuing a romantic relationship with a childhood friend who passed away. Author's note. This song is a throwback to her debut album, reminiscent of a time before she was a showgirl, a time when she was just herself and a missed opportunity to be with someone who saw her for who she was before the media turned her into a figurehead instead of a human. Track 7, Actually Romantic. What people think it's about. Diss track for Charlie XCX because she was mean to Taylor. The Showgirl Spin. Promotion for Charlie XCX simply to prove a point. Because when you're a showgirl, all PR is good PR. In fact, Sympathy is a Knife, which is rumored to be about Taylor, jumped 480% in official streams the weekend The Life of a Showgirl was released, with Billboard explicitly tying the increase to Taylor's release weekend, creating discovery traffic and renewed listening interest around Charlie's catalog. So, did Taylor screw Charlie over or help her star rise? That, my friend, is the life of a showgirl. She is never just one thing at a time. Track 8, Wish List. What people think it's about. Her relationship with Travis Kelce saved her, and all she wants is him. The Showgirl Spin. She's the girl who has everything and nothing all at once, and, well, at the end of the day, she desperately wants to just be home with the people she loves. She can't deny that she has access to all the glitz and glam that's on everyone else's wish list. It's a throwback to Elizabeth Taylor and the fact that she would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. Just kidding. Track 9, Wood. What people think it's about. Travis Kelce is a redwood tree. The Showgirl Spin. Travis Kelce is a redwood tree. Like anyone else, showgirls deserve to have a little fun, and not everything has to be constantly overinterpreted, says the person writing an entire article interpreting this album. Track 10, Canceled. What people think it's about. She's feuding with Blake Lively. The Showgirl Spin. She's not going to ditch her friends just because of the insanity of cancel culture, but she will bolster her armor as she realizes that sometimes even best friendships change and surprise you with their sharp edges. Track 11, Honey. What people think it's about. Her heart is finally safe with Travis Kelce. The Showgirl Spin. Her heart is finally safe with Travis Kelce and sometimes with love. There is no deeper meaning except the love itself. Track 12, The Life of a Showgirl. What people think it's about. She wanted to be a showgirl, and now she is a showgirl. The Showgirl Spin. See, above, below, and all around. It retells the story of the whole album of the double entendre that is her life. It recaps the play within a play that occurs without her consent and the strength in taking that power back, in controlling the narrative, in becoming the connoisseur of the joke instead of the butt. In fact, throughout the entire album, Taylor relies on her words' double meanings. She plays with the way we all have access to the same words, and we use them to align with our own interpretations. In Actually Romantic, she sarcastically says, "It's actually lovely all the time you spent on me." In Honey, she says, "When anyone called me lovely, he was finding ways not to praise me." In The Life of a Showgirl, she says, "Thank you for the lovely bouquet." My interpretation? The praise and joy she gets from her fans and from those who truly adore her, like her family, friends, and Travis, is real and actually lovely or actually romantic. As for the critique she gets from people who misunderstand her, "Thank you for the lovely bouquet" is just a classy way of saying fuck you. And isn't that actually lovely?